All right, so to give you context, with an outside random participant of somebody on the trail put the Ted Baker glasses down in Bear Mountain when Lou, just out of the blue, BLU, took Anthony and dashed off to Bear Mountain to go hiking. And the man who could barely get through one swim and a lunch without conking out for a nap, all of a sudden had like grandpa's superpowers, although we call him Nono, Nonno. And he went all day, and then I don't know, someone in the maintenance and body matrix department was doing me a solid, since he had the little wombat with him, and I was really nervous about him. Like, I don't know, the human said that he had like a heart condition and stuff. Is the baby gonna be okay? Normally he falls asleep at the wheel on the way home, especially after like one swim. Now he's gone like a marathon day. Could you just make sure somebody keeps an eye on that for me and his ratios, please? Thank you. Let me know if anything happens, so my human doesn't get nervous about the wombat. So yeah, like I call the children my children. They came from my womb, so it's WOM, and then they're bats because grew up right somewhere outside of New York. So that would be the bats, BAT. So now that we've distinguished my partial print on human consciousness, here's the thing. Oh wait, so what does that make like the calendar date? Hold on, that's a good point. August 13th, 2020. It's 11:15 a.m. on the back of this vid. So the thing is that like when something is said, and then it hits the pin inside the ear. We call it the VIN, VIN, because it has a 2-point. It comes out here and then it hits here. Since you're just like a bunch of bots, BOTS, that are broken by other humans that know way too much, but I'm left on the Fidelis, so now I need some extra special help. So the words come out here, they hit the pin in the ear, it makes a vibration. The vibration then gets picked up like a tuning fork from your antennucci, which is your brain, which is like your antenna, to the make-believe science around you in programming and life programming. And so what you say is extremely important because it's picked up by the organ of dark matter physics that are around your body as you move through and think that you're alive, and think that you're in control of something. So with that being said, my problem was when we were in control of the wombat children, the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the equipment that comes with it, without curiosity and without study or extra facial looks or colors. The equipment and the humans worked just fine. What happened was Mr. Protest the Church in London, being Philip and Elizabeth, and their obnoxious, obsessant need to like pick and choose what they're following and what they're not, along with every idiot leader before them that put them there. The thing is that as things progressed, the timing mechanism broke, but so did the humans, and then they started saying things in the organ. Now, the organ punishes in spades the human when what I need done as the leader is not followed. So there's chores, maintenance, and tasks that must be done to keep the humans safe, and then the humans themselves need to be speaking properly to acknowledge that they know what those tasks, those chores, and those maintenance requirements are, to acknowledge to the organ of dark matter that they have a purpose and they don't need to be killed faster for being useless, because the organ of dark matter targets uselessness to eliminate it as a threat to management. So, what you say and what you do really matters on Earth. It's just that you haven't been taught right because everybody's silenced you. Now, the little wombat, actually all the wombats that I've had, we are silent by nature, me and the children. I don't speak unless I need something. And my children know that. And I say, listen, like, don't roll your eyes, don't, like, whatever, don't pretend to be human. Like, if I'm coming to you, I don't bother you for anything. If I'm coming to you, it's important. Listen to me, and then acknowledge me, and I'll go away. I don't take long. I get to the point, and then I move on. And my children get that, and so they're very respectful, normally. But what I've noticed by the new machines, I mean, my life was very silent growing up. My dark matter space, if you look at the catalog of input in VIN in my ear, it was very, like, nil. I mean, it was literally like, did you shower? Did you eat? Did you go to bed? Did you sleep well? What are you doing today? How's school? Time for bed? Go to your room. That was it. Like, okay, like the 10 things that my parents might say, it's like 8, but whatever. Nothing of it important. They had nothing to teach, so there was nothing to share, and I definitely didn't want to sit around talking nothing with them. There's no point in my waiting for one man to come find me for some super important stuff that we started before we were born, that my parents don't even know about, because somehow they shut everything down in New York, but whatever. So, my, thanks to Philip and his, like, Kingdom York, fucking asshole. Alright, so, let's think about this. Okay, so, I had a problem in Chewy Land, Chewy, because what I was noticing is I was making pelican briefing and working the mist, trying to fix the mechanisms before birth in fluid time, and working off of my lineage. So there's a lineage, Lineage, and there's a linear time, Linear, meaning it's a line. So one is based on what's heard, that's linear, and one is lineage, the aging body of my predecessors before I got here. That's how time and space works. Problem solved. Somebody knows. Okay, great. So now give it fucking back, because I don't need people studying it. So, the ears, hearing things, the tuning of the antennas, and like what the antennas are then picking up as verbiage vernacular to speak changes. It's documented, it's cataloged. That's part of the visage, so the visual age changes of the lineage as we're trying to repair humans and the dark science around them, and the organ. And as we're trying to, but see, the thing is that you have this incessant need for something called money at, like, ridiculous places in 15 commonwealths, and one thing that calls himself, his wife, a queen in a kingdom that's united with only themselves, because it never made sense to the real owners of the planet and who set up, like, the real system, which is why we have the US department. I know they call themselves United States, right? That's my department. That's called the US. I take care of them, try to make sure they don't have more bullet holes in their bottoms when they go home, and we try not to let the science move on the successful, helpful ones. I can't get to everybody, but there are successful ones that we have moved science just so to save, and that's the only time we ever move science for... I mean, they're my somebody specials, but whatever. Not everybody can be special. I think Philip forgot that. Let's think about this. All right, so during the lineage and the linear and trying to fix what's going on right now with you humans, the amount of garbage, I call it static, because it's like right now, my little wombat, Antonucci, being Anthony the Third, being the one born in 2012, He's watching today YouTube, YOUTUBE. Same place that I will load this, along with Instagram for myself, but I have a different vibration and dexterity to my voice when it hits the pin in your ear, and it sparks inspiration. What he's doing is he's watching Broken Humans, talking about broken process, and trying to do salesman pitches to the little children through the little machine called a Nintendo Switch, that he watches like this, because there's nothing, I mean, everything's so broken. It's a distraction from correcting, but his mother, as effective as I am, have no anchor. Like, I mean, I have no set course. I have no people coming for me. There's nobody to touch and to tag and to say, hey, do you know what I should be doing? What's it called? What does it look like? I know I call it the us department, but like, which part of the us? Because they seem to have grown rather large, and some of them have gone down in their towers. They're still listening to the wrong UK. They're not listening to leave the breasts of one woman alone for the extra special man that she's born for in the Ukraine, on the one leg with the flamingo land where she comes from, where it's a pink bird which sometimes stands on one leg. They put them in plastic and they put them out on the front lawns of Florida to symbolize like unity with the UK. So, but not the UK in London, it's supposed to be the Ukraine. Right, I was like, give me some kind of ugly plastic pinky thing. I was like, I'll have some of my island people put them out front. They like that icky, sticky shade of pink that the crustaceans turn, the gray birds fuchsia. Well, it's not fuchsia, it's more pink. I was like, they'll put them out on the front lawns, whatever. They'll just think it's a nice ornament and decoration. But Ukraine will know in my yellow-blue flag that it's their symbol, that there were some people down in Florida that I programmed properly to know that we're not trying to, like, hold anybody down. I'm trying to hold some people off from learning things while I go after the really dangerous colored skins that nobody even thinks exist in the world. You know, they do, and I know where they are because I've seen them in Night Flyer territory. I've documented them. I don't know why Mickey Sticker Club keeps hiring more of them. Like, as if this equality thing was a good idea. It never was. We need holdbacks and hold downs in understanding of really dangerous lineage equipment and how consciousness works. But that sewing of time and space really comes when I'm brought to NICKLAUS, and then we fix our lineage and fix the rest in tune. Because not everybody can be like astrophysicists, and currently the ratio of astrophysicists are like nil on the white, and they're like Indian, Hispanic, they're Middle Eastern, they're Asian, they're everything they're not supposed to be is what Philip put in charge of Mickey Sticker Clubs, like astronaut clubs that needed to stay lily white to protect me and the kids and the wombats, because he thought that would protect his position in the kingdom. I said, I'm more concerned with how much you've broken the system over time. You've let the populations grow. It's one thing if you have really solid leadership and management in place and the societies are doing well, and then you grow the population. But when you have no structure for society or community whatsoever, and then you have unsustainable population growth, what the fuck do you think you're doing, Philip? Seriously. And then you're just placating them by giving them electronic toys so they're distracted, so they don't look for, like, what the real meaning of life is. I'll tell you what the fucking meaning of life is. You should be fixing the organ around you by speaking the correct mission, which is to take back the fucking equality issue, because no, we're not all fucking equal.